everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Op and Average podcast, where we have lots of opinions, but most of them are pretty average. I'm Anna.
And I'm Monica. Guess what? It's our 1-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Mon.
Happy anniversary. It's officially, I don't remember when we're going to post this. Is this around the time?
Yes, it'll be around the time. Yes.
It'll be 1 year since our very first episode of the Op and Average podcast, the OA podcast. We've been staying OA for a year.
Unbelievable. I can't believe we did a year. Yeah, I can't believe it.
So to celebrate this very big milestone, we thought it'd be really fun to host a raffle type contest to share with our viewers and listeners. If you've listened to the few episodes back, we announced that we were doing a giveaway. All you had to do to be a part of the giveaway is to follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, and ask us a question. Because in this episode, we're going to be answering your questions for us.
Yes. And we actually got a lot more questions that we anticipated. So we may have to break this up into 2 episodes, but we're super grateful to everyone that messaged us and, sent texts and DMs and all that kind of stuff. So we're just really grateful for the time that you guys spent submitting questions to us. So a lot to answer. So let's get into it.
Woo! If you stick around to the end, we'll tell you what you can win if you haven't listened to the previous episodes.
And just a hint, there's a reason why Mon and I are matching tonight. So
I'll give you a better view later.
yes, definitely. Okay, so let's get started with the question. So let's take turns. So we have our first question, which is from the Dork Knight 46. Is that right? I just put Dave in my notes, but the Dark Knight, and his question is simply, am I the asshole?
So if you haven't listened to some of our episodes, we do a lot of episodes that revolve around the Reddit subreddit of Am I the Asshole? And we've done like different topics, categories of it, but obviously we read the articles and we kind of just give our opinion and we have a lot of fun with it. So I think it's funny that Dave said, am I the asshole?
No, the answer is no, you're not the asshole, Dave. And
never the asshole.
And actually, like, Dave and the rest of the, average nerds have been like our biggest supporters, just pushing us and just listening and giving us feedback, and just like for Dave himself overall, like, not the asshole. He's such a good friend. We love him so much. So that's my answer.
We actually have him on an Am I the Asshole episode. We'll link that down below in the description box if you want to check it out. If you haven't listened to it already, Dave and Juan from the Average Nerds podcast joined us for an episode for Am I the Asshole. It was a really good one, so you should check it out.
And you can form your own opinion if Dave is an asshole or not.
I would be really interested to know if you think Dave is an asshole.
Yeah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. And I'd actually have an issue if someone thought that. So
I just want to talk.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Mon, you want to ask the next question?
Yeah. Next question it's from, I want to say it's pronounced Mikkel.
Writing in all the way from Toronto, Canada.
Cool.
So, an international listener.
Wow. Hi, Mikkel. Her question is, which is better, sinigang or adobo? So for those who don't know, me and Anna are Filipino. You give your answer first.
I don't know,
I'm interested.
Okay, so for me, I think I like sinigang better, even though like I know how to cook both. So for those that don't know, sinigang is like a clear broth soup that's very like sour. And you put whatever protein you want in there. So you could put very common like pork. I like shrimp is one. I've even seen people do like salmon, fish, salmon, anything, any kind of Yeah, and vegetables. But
Mhm.
it's like this very sour, savory taste. I know how to make both. Like everyone I think knows what adobo is. It's basically like again a protein, most typically chicken or
Mhm.
pork with like soy sauce, vinegar, and basil. I like sinigang. I don't know. I think sinigang's like for me like comfort food. Like if you're sick,
Mhm.
like I am right now, I would love a bowl of like hot sinigang to like coat my throat. But yeah, funny enough, I cook adobo more. Like adobo
Oh,
is in our
interesting.
rotation. Like every couple weeks, I'll make it. It's pretty rare that I make sinigang. Maybe that's why I like it better because we have it less, I
Not
guess,
as
and it's more
often.
like, yeah, exotic, I guess. But yeah, for me, it would be sinigang. How about you, Mon?
Yeah, I would have to say I prefer sinigang over adobo. I don't gravitate towards adobo as like a lot of other people do. I
Mhm.
know they also it's not like a soupy dish itself, but
Yes.
a lot of people like to put like the sauce that's in adobo on their rice and
Yes.
everything. But I do love a good brothy sour soup with sinigang. And
I'm getting
like you're saying,
hungry.
we tried to eat
Candy.
before this.
I know.
But yeah, something about like the sour soup and a hot bowl of it with like a fresh bowl of rice.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mouth is watering.
I know. So adobo, for those that you guys don't know, it's not a soup, but it's like saucy. So it's
Yes.
like the meat is in the sauce, but I wouldn't call it like soup. It's just
Hmm.
saucy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, so we
I
got two sinigongs here.
yeah, do sinigongs. And honestly, I've only made sinigang once. And
No
it was
way.
literally like I think a month ago.
Oh wow. Wait, did you use a packet?
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
made
don't think like I don't want to I don't know if people think like if you use a packet it's not like authentic. I don't
right.
know. Like I've never not made it with a packet. You know, it's so funny. You know how my mom came back from the Philippines recently? She actually brought like packets of sinigang mix. Shit, I need
Oh.
to make some.
What was it? The mamacita? Is that what
I
it
don't
is?
know, but it's different than what we buy here at the
Oh.
store, and they're small. She gave me
Oh.
like handed me like 10 packets. I was like, "What is this?" But they're way smaller than the packets that you would buy like at an Asian market here. So
Right,
I
right,
I
right.
know we'll be having that probably in the next week.
Ooh. Yeah,
So
I'm gonna make another one. I think that's good. I mean, Jay doesn't like to eat hot, like soup-based things when it's hot, and it's been
really?
getting kind of hot. So,
Yeah, it is
um,
warm. Yeah. You know what I was just thinking that I mean, like the Asia, there's a lot of places in Asia that are like pretty warm, but like, man, it's so crazy how they have like those types of dishes in such warm, humid climates. Like, I guess it just doesn't really matter. Hot
it
bowl of
doesn't
soup is a
matter.
hot bowl of
It's
soup.
so good. It's so
So
good.
good.
I'd eat it.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks for your question, Em. That's a good question. I
Yeah,
giggled
thank
when I saw
you.
that. Very cool. Thank you so much. Okay. Our next question is from Razzle78. So we actually have we
Oh,
have
okay.
two questions from a couple people, but two
Oh,
questions is still one entry, right, Mon?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is a cool question. I think this is cute. Okay. Where do you ladies shop? I love your styles. I was like, oh my God, I've never been
I'm
asked
so
about where I shop
shy.
before. Yeah. You go first. You go
Wait,
first.
first of all, how could you really tell what her styles are? Like, you literally only see, like,
That's true.
uh,
That's true.
I mean, I will
Well,
tell you that my bottoms are sweatpants right
I
now.
pajamas. No, but maybe like they follow us on social where we, at
Oh,
times like post photos of
true.
ourselves or
True, true,
stuff
true,
like
true,
that.
true.
So, yeah. I know who this is, and I know for sure she follows us. So, yes, it's very sweet. Thank you so much for asking.
Thank you for the question. Yeah, thank you for saying you like our styles. How would you describe your style, Anna?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've like, of course, like everyone like evolves over the years and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think I found like the style that works for me, the style that works for my body. So I'd say like casual. Like casual, but like I hope my style is not what it is, but I think my style is like casual but put together, and I try to think through what I'm gonna wear for the occasion. That's what I would describe my style. So,
I
what
see,
about
I
you?
see. I think, yeah, I'm
Definitely
more,
casual.
yeah. I mean, I lean to for more comfort than aesthetics most of the time.
Mhm.
I've always been a fan of like neutral colors. I'm not too big on like pops of like neon colors or like a lot of patterns,
Mhm.
honestly.
Yeah,
Um
agreed.
I'm
So
so
you're not gonna
basic.
wear your leopard top? And no, I'm just kidding. I've never seen you in a leopard top, so I'm totally kidding. But yeah, sorry, I
Yeah.
totally interrupted.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I don't really have like too many bright colors in my wardrobe. I've always liked the idea of like a capsule wardrobe where everything
I
like kind
love
of just
that.
goes with each other because I don't
Yeah,
really want to think about it with what color goes with what pants or what shade of black goes with this shade of black type of
yeah.
thing. I'm just like, if it's cold, I'll wear a thicker sweater. If it's hot, I'll wear a lighter piece of clothing.
Mhm.
I'd like to think if I had to categorize it, I've always like kind of men's weary type of clothes for women, but then in the sense of, have you seen like Korean styles where it's like they don't wear like skinny jeans. It's like flowy. There's
Yeah,
nothing like too
Like
form
Michelle Choi.
fitting. Yeah,
Michelle
yeah,
so
Michelle Choi.
Mon and I love this one vlogger. She's like a lifestyle blogger, pretty much. Her
Hmm.
name is Michelle Choi. She's
Hmm.
on YouTube, very, very popular. I don't even know, sometimes I watch him like, what like, what is it's just like her everyday life. Like,
Yeah,
it's nothing, like she's not doing anything, but she has millions of people watching her. But yes, it's not form fitting, it's loose, comfortable, but she always looks so put together, right?
yeah,
That's
very
like there's
chic.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mon,
and
so where do you shop?
oh, I shop. But right now, I've been shopping a lot at Uniqlo. Usually when they have sales, they just had a big sale for the Memorial weekend. So I kind of stocked up on some basics, t-shirts, and I just gotten into like cargo pants. I don't think I would ever think of myself of wearing cargo pants, but I tried on some cargo pants from Uniqlo and I may have bought the two
Nice,
other colors. So,
nice.
and they're not like form fitting, they're like loose, kind of straight, and you just pop on some sneakers and like a sweater or a crew neck, and it's just like I'm out the door. It's
Yeah,
cool, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, what about you? Where do you shop?
So for me, I like to do, my favorite store is Nordstrom Rack.
Mhm.
So like I'm always at Nordstrom Rack. I feel like Nordstrom Rack, I always find things, but I do really like Uniqlo as well. I know I'm getting a little too old for this, but I really like H&M, like for their
Mm,
basics. Like I think they have really good like t-shirts and stuff like that. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thanks for asking. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, Mon, like, I think I've said this before, but I feel like when I'm with you girls, like
Mm,
Lisa, like I feel very comfortable in
mhm.
whatever I'm in. I don't feel judged. Like I
Yeah.
always feel comfortable. So I don't really worry about my style or anything like that when I'm with you guys. I just have fun and we just laugh and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would never want anyone that I hang out with to be like uncomfortable and feel like, oh, we're judging them for what they wear. Like, if
Right,
you're a
right.
good person, you can wear whatever you
Whatever you
want.
want. Yeah.
As
And
long
I
as you're wearing clothes, sometimes I don't want to see
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
you
And
know?
I think that that's what's also great about like the generation,
Yeah.
or I don't know, what that not necessarily the generation, but like the times is just like
Mhm.
there's like much less judgment these
Right.
days as when we were like I was growing up, and it's very like wear whatever you want as long as you're
Yeah.
comfortable or whatever. So
A
yeah.
lot more acceptance and
Yes.
humility
Your
around like
yeah.
fashion and
And
at
your
least,
personal style.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
The second question that Razzle78 sent us,
Uh-huh.
next question is what are your favorite Sanrio characters?
That's so funny. So I know Razzle 78, she's a huge Sanrio, probably
Oh.
maybe the biggest Sanrio person or Sanrio fan that I think I know. So it's a funny question that she asked. I can answer. I'm not big on Sanrio anymore.
Mhm.
But you probably knew me at this age. I think when I think of Hello Kitty, I think of Karo Karopi. Is that how you say
Yes.
it? because it was just like that's what was super popular when I was in high school. So I
Mhm.
love seeing like I know there's a lot of like throwback like Hello Kitty stuff going around. Like I miss like Mon, you're way too young for this. I don't know if you remember like there was like these plastic wallets that people used to have. They were like the just
Yeah!
there's like
I
one
was not
thing.
so young.
Yeah.
I had one of those.
Yes, but like the coolest things, and I want to give shout outs to like my cousins that I don't think listen, but like they, we used to go to Sanrio when we were super young and it was so expensive and we were kids, like we couldn't afford anything and stuff like
Right.
that. So man, Sanrio totally like stood the test of time.
For
So
sure, for
yeah.
sure. I think Hello Kitty is just it's like collabing with everybody
Yeah.
from food to clothes to
Yes.
stationery, like
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, and
And
they have, like, their cafes and their food
yes,
trucks and all that kind of stuff now, so it's yay.
the hype
Razzle
is still
78,
real.
it's your time. How about you, Mon? Well, who's your do you have a favorite?
When I used to be a fan of Sanrio, and I mean, I still am, I just obviously am not, like, as into it as I was before, but I still find them very cute. I was a big fan of Karopi. I used to
Ooh.
draw that character a lot on, like, my binder in school
Mhm.
and whatnot. Just the big old eyes, and it's
Yeah,
just
it
like a
was
round mouth.
like a easy like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a difficult, drawing, I think.
Right. But a really close, second was Pachaco.
Oh, yeah,
The
that's super popular.
doggy.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
did get, like I remember getting, like, friendship books, is that what they would call it, from, like, Sanrio? And the cover was Pachaco, and it was, like, that plasticky cover, kinda like the wallets that you were talking about, and it had, like, pages for, like, who your friends were and
Oh my
stickers
god,
and whatever,
yeah.
and I don't know if you can recall, walking into a Sanrio store, but I always remember the smell of a Sanrio store.
Like, it smelled like sugar.
Is it sugar? It's like a sugar plastic. It doesn't sound pleasant, but it's so nostalgic
Mhm.
that it's like if you were smelling the plasticky wallets or whatever.
Yeah.
I would just remember one of my fondest, memories from childhood going into Sanrio was always trying to go straight for the little mystery gift bags.
Yes, I was just gonna say. So for those of you that are Gen Xers, Ceremony Mall, Daly City, Sanrio, in the middle by the fountain, that was such a thing. But yes, I was totally gonna say the grab they call them grab bags,
Grab bags,
right? Grab
yes.
bags. And they were by the counter. There was
Mhm,
like a basket or something by the counter, and it was
mhm.
just like I don't know, $5. There was
They're like
different size
various sizes,
yeah,
yes.
various sizes, and then, oh my god, remember the ones that came in the shopping bag? That was like
Yeah.
that was the really expensive one. That was probably $20, which
And then
was
we were
like
always, like, wrapped, of course, in, like, Sanrio gift wrapping
paper,
paper,
yes.
and then they were sealed shut with, like, a little charm, right? Like,
Yes,
they
yes,
usually
a
had, like, a
sticker.
charm with it.
Yeah, and then there's always, like I don't know, it's so, like just so magical, I swear,
Yeah.
like, it just, like, totally brings you back. There used to be do you know this, like, in Union Square in San Francisco, there was a Sanrio there that was, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 stories tall when I was growing up, and there was, like
No!
yeah, it was a thing, and there was rare occasions where we would go there, and it was just, like it was like a freaking wonderland. I feel
Wow.
like they don't have the cool things that they had back then, like all like the little stationaries or like the sticker books and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But it's definitely back. We went, Mon, you and I went to Sanrio when we went to Japan, and I
Yep.
feel like their Sanrio is like what we remember as
Yes.
Sanrio as kids here, right? So yeah,
Definitely. I mean, everything is still so cute. I don't know
yes,
how they could keep making, like, cute, adorable things, but it's just like I I can't justify buying all these cute
yeah.
things.
Well, wait till if you have a kid one day,
Oh, yeah,
then,
then I will
I
just
have one of my cousins who's obsessed with Sanrio and now passes it off as her daughter's
Mm,
hobby, but it's like, I think she gets more excited than her daughter, so
sure.
it's pretty funny.
Something
Yeah.
that we could share together.
Yes,
That
yes.
was a fun question.
Very good question. Thank you, Razzle78.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So the next question are from our beloved friend Tim and Will Miranda. Hi,
Hi,
Tim.
Tim.
Okay. We know the things you're OA about, but is there anything you are nerdy about? I think this is a
Oh.
great question. So
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I want you to go first. I know what I'm going to say. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Tim asks this because, we're part of the average nerd, average family, and, average nerds, they talk about all types of nerdy things. Our husbands are part of this podcast, and they're very nerdy.
Yes.
So they talk about all sorts of things, Marvel,
Yeah.
SDCC, Star Wars, all that stuff.
All that shit they collect.
The collectibles and
Yes.
whatnot. When I think of nerdy, I always think of nerdy or geeky, like kind of like the same thing. So I would say that a nerdy thing about me, aside from the fact that I'm a microbiologist, literally a scientist in in the career that I do.
Nerd.
No,
Just
nerd.
Just kidding. You're so smart.
Sometimes. I don't know how they let me be a microbiologist, but whatever. A nerdy fact about me is I want to say that like gaming is like in that nerdy world. I actually really like video games.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like bring it up to you because I know you don't really play video games. I mean, you know that we like to play board games here at our house.
Yes. Yeah.
But I do really enjoy playing video games. Now, when you think of gamer, you think of like Valorant or any of those like fighter games or whatever. So I don't really play those.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But what games, like I actually played video games growing up. I have two brothers, so it was definitely a thing. But what types of games? Like tell us like what video games you like playing.
I used to like going way back, I played a lot of like different Game Boy games. It all started with the good old Tetris. And then, advancing into like things like different Super Mario games and whatever.
Ooh.
And then I play like a lot of mobile on like the tablet or on the phone type of games. I don't know. I feel like I enjoy a lot of games that don't make me think a lot, but at the same time, like puzzles and stuff.
Yeah,
I
I feel
enjoy
like
type games.
yeah, like you like introduced us to you and Jay introduced us to escape rooms.
Yes.
When we were just on our Disney cruise, you guys killed all the brain teasers and
Mhm.
puzzles that our server was giving us. So I feel like you guys are super into stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say that is our nerdy thing or my nerdy thing.
Nice.
What about you? What is
Okay.
your nerdy thing?
Okay.
I'm really interested.
So this may actually surprise a lot of people, but I am a nerd at heart. Like Noah, my son Noah, and my husband Ab are super nerds, are into a lot of like sci-fi, fantasy, and all that kind of stuff. But I think I hold my own in my own right. I actually am a huge, first thing I can think of is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I was huge on that, like growing up. That's something that Dave and I have in common. We talk about a lot. And on our past cruise, we were actually just singing all the songs from the musical. So that's one of the things that I really, really love is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's a thing that me and my brother like share and kind of bond over. Another thing that I really like, which is super weird, we're probably like, what the, but like I really like Lord of the Rings. That was one of the things that like I read all the books, not like got the Hobbit, like I never got into the Hobbit, but Lord of the Rings. I read the books, I watched the movies, and like love all that stuff. And I really do like fantasy stuff. Like I love like Game of Thrones and like the series, a lot of the series on TV that are fantasy. And now like for us, like we're into like Fourth Wing and we like Twilight and Harry Potter and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely have like a thing for fantasy, even though I cannot get into ACOTAR for the life of me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We shall see.
But yeah. I am definitely like a nerd at heart. I love all that stuff. I think it's fun. So
Very cool. I mean, yeah, you definitely like know more about that sci-fi fantasy type things like Buffy and Lord of the Rings more than I
mhm.
do.
Also
I
Star Wars, like Av
Oh
and
yeah.
Noah are
Oh, I don't know
huge
how
in
you wouldn't.
yeah, like you just it's like it rubs off. Like you have
Yeah.
no, you have no like way around it.
Right.
Quick funny story, you guys. When I was pregnant with Noah in 1999 and episode 1 was about to be released, Av made me stand in line at the movie theater at like 8 months pregnant or whatever, and we watched that movie. So yeah,
That is
there.
dedication.
Yes, yes, big nerds in this house, definitely big nerds in this house.
Just to add on to like my nerdy thing, I don't know why I didn't like mention these video games. Like the bigger ones like Legend of Zelda and like Kingdom Hearts and
Yes.
stuff like that. I
Mhm.
play like those video games, but also like Animal Crossing and like Cooking Mama.
What was the one that was like super big when Facebook came out? Was it like Farmville or something?
Farmville, Candy Crush.
Yeah.
I oh gosh, it's terrible. I
You are
wasted so
into
much
all
of
of
my
that
time.
stuff?
Yeah.
I remember playing The Legend of Zelda when I was a kid as like
Yes.
on Nintendo, like the original Nintendo.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I do remember that that was one of the games that I really, really liked as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, we're learning so
Very
much more about each
cool. We
other.
are. We're even learning things about each other.
Yeah,
And
thanks
I
for the
just
question,
dropped
Tim.
something. Yes, very good. I'm super honestly like super excited when I saw that question. I was like, that's a really good question.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely. So the next question is from Islander671. Their question is, what was the best part of your Disney cruise?
Yay. Just a plug. So the Disney episode is out, our favorite Disney
Woo!
episode. So listen, yeah, you can listen to that. But I don't know let's see, what was my favorite? I think I want to say my favorite part of the Disney cruise was spending time with the friends that I love very, very much.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the cruise.
Aw, cheesy. I love it. Corny. No, I mean, obviously that is like probably the best answer because we've been trying to go on this trip together for so long. And the fact that we were disembarking from the port and we were just watching like the port disappear. We were all just on the veranda together and we were
Yeah.
all just kind of like
Like
in
we
realization that
did
like
it.
we're on
Yes, yes.
the
And we like for some reason, Av and I like scored a really crazy
Oh,
veranda, like that
yes.
fit all of us, could fit probably like 20 people. I don't know how. We didn't pay anything extra. We just like, I think it was just, we just chose that room. It was the back of the ship.
Yeah.
So just like, yeah, we were all like, as we were like pulling away from the dock, we're like, holy shit, we're
Holy
going.
crap.
Yeah, we're really going. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that was a really monumental moment for us. And obviously the trip was very fun, but as a whole, yeah, I couldn't have imagined like a fun trip without everyone who
Yes.
came. So,
Yes. And
oh,
Islander 671 actually messaged us.
oh,
Um, I want to say maybe they just listened to our like, oh no, I think it was like seeing all of our posts, like everyone's
mhm.
posting from the trip, and it was just like so much fun. I wish I could go with you guys next time and stow away in someone's luggage. So yeah, definitely, hopefully we will get to go again.
Yeah, highly
Mm.
recommend. If you can
Yes,
go, you should
yes.
go.
Yes, definitely. Our next question is from our beloved listener, JJB. Boop up, beep up, boop. Am I saying
Beep
that right?
boop beep bop boop.
Yes. Yes. This question, I don't even have an answer
Oh,
to this. This is just such a good question. But hi JJB, thank you so much for listening to all of our episodes
thank
and always
you.
interacting with us. We're so grateful for you. But his question is, if you could uninvent something, what would it be and why?
Like something, I mean, obviously, I don't think I've invented anything,
Yeah.
but
No, but like I think just an not necessarily something you invented, but like
right. If I
something.
did, there would be
Yeah.
signs that I've invented
I
something.
I can answer first, I guess. Like
Okay.
the first thing that I thought of, which I don't think I'd want it uninvented, but like sometimes I think back and I'm like, what the hell? Like like the internet, right? Like the internet, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the internet. Av and I talk about this all the time, how like
Uh,
us Gen Xers, we didn't grow up with the internet, right? It was like,
right.
I could not imagine growing up with social media and TikTok and just all this stuff that sadly, like, kids get bullied from it, and all that kind
Sure.
of stuff. It's not all positive.
Right.
Um, I just think that it is possible to grow up without all this information. We did it. You guys are like the first generation pretty much that had it all the way
Mhm.
through. But I do also think like some of the technology is amazing when it comes to like, GPS and like finding your way and directions, and even like, things like solving crimes and
Yeah.
tracking people that shouldn't be out there. So it's definitely like a double-edged sword. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that would just be super interesting if like that never was. Like I can't imagine. Like we can't do anything without
We
Google at
wouldn't
this
have
point.
this
Yeah, we
podcast.
wouldn't have this
We would
podcast.
have I guess we'd have to find a way to do a radio show.
Yes, or like we wouldn't have met. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
our guys met on like the Funko
Oh,
message
yeah.
board or whatever
Yeah,
it is that they do. So we wouldn't have ever met. So it's definitely like a lot of good comes from the
for
internet,
sure.
but it's just like, wow, what would our life be if we didn't have it, right?
It's a tool and yet also a weapon.
Yes, absolutely. See, that's
Yeah.
something like a scientist would say.
Because I am a nerd.
Yes. Juan, what about you? What do you think?
Um, the first thing that I thought of to uninvent would be, and this doesn't apply to like everyone. I know it applies to our state still, but freaking daylight savings time. Like,
That's true.
why bother with this stupid 1 hour
Yeah.
forward and backward every year?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that it was for a completely different reason when it was
Wasn't
first
it like
invented.
wasn't it like a farming thing?
I think so.
Like something about like farmers needed extra daylight for, their crop. I thought that's what it was. I'm not 100% sure, but man, with global warming, it's all screwed up now. Like it's not
Yeah.
really.
1 hour isn't gonna change anything.
Yes.
Maybe like every now and then, like, like leap year, there's like 1 day or something
Yeah,
that changes,
yeah.
but not like every year go back and forth. Like, what did that really do with my life?
Yes,
Other than make
exactly.
it a little bit brighter in the morning or have a really long evening. I don't know. But I think that's what I would choose. And I know they already approved a bill or
Yeah,
something,
that they're
but
actually thinking of, like, doing away with, because there's some
right.
states that I think, like,
Yeah.
Arizona does it, like, they
Mhm.
don't do, and I think there is it Hawaii that doesn't do it? Like,
Oh, I have
they
no
get
idea.
enough s there's 2 states, I think, that don't do it because they get enough sunlight or something, but I don't know. Yeah, it's
Right.
lame.
I think that's what I would uninvent.
That's a very scientist answer, man.
That's
Okay,
me.
the scientist. Alright, couple more here. Do you wanna
Okay,
go with the
okay.
next one? Is it your turn? Oh, it's your
Yeah,
turn. Yes, yes, okay.
yeah. So our next question is from Jedi K6, also a very frequent listener.
Poster, listener, interactor.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
we
Thank you for
appreciate
your
you.
question and
Yeah.
listening. Their question is, what's been your favorite episode to record and why? Oh gosh, how many episodes are we on?
Dude, this is our
27?
28th episode. The one we're
What?
recording right now is our 28th episode.
Oh,
I
awesome.
would like to say I love it when we have guests. Like we always have
Oh,
like,
yeah.
fun times with guests. My favorite episode that I've recorded, I have two actually. One
Mhm.
is the one we let's just do this. We have two questions that are very similar. So Jedi K6 asks what has been your favorite episode to record and why? And then
Mhm.
Lisizi asked us what episode was the most fun to record. So anytime Lisa's on an episode with us, it's always
Oh,
super fun.
it's
So my
so
two
fun.
yes, my two favorite episodes that we've ever recorded is our friendship episode with Lisa, because it was like kind of the origins of our relationships, and I thought that was super fun
We
to
cried
talk
in
about.
that one.
Yes, we cried, and that was a very early episode. So for those of you that haven't heard it, it kind of tells a story, and not kind of, but it tells a story of like how we met and, you
Mhm.
know, where this all started and all of that kind of stuff. And then my other favorite episode is with my sister-in-law, Winnie, who is a wedding coordinator.
Oh.
And she told us like a bunch of like wedding secrets. And, you know, she's a pretty, you know, pretty, works like pretty high-end weddings in the Bay Area, I would say. And she's worked with like celebrities and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So she kind of gave us some tea on a lot of things that go on in the wedding industry in the Bay. So I thought that was like super fun.
Yeah, I think that's actually, if I'm looking at our analytics, I think it's one of our highest listened to
Yes, yeah, I
episodes.
think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our highest listened episode, and it was like an episode 5 out of the
Yeah, yeah.
27. So
Yes.
really early on, it was such a great episode. If you haven't checked it out already,
Mhm.
go back and listen to it, and we talk about these celebrities and all this
Yes.
juicy stuff behind the
Harry
scenes.
Styles, guys.
Ooh.
She's done a wedding with Harry Styles as the like the guest singer or whatever. But
Yeah.
Winnie was also, I think, our first guest that
Mhm.
wasn't our spouses or our partners.
Right.
So that was fun to do too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to
definitely.
Winnie and
Hi,
Maisie,
Winnie.
my baby girl.
Hi,
Okay, okay.
Winnie.
We're getting sidetracked there. Okay, okay.
Was that, like, supposed to be our group, uh, or both of our answers, or was that
No,
just
you
yours?
have to answer. You have to
Oh,
answer.
okay.
So, okay. So what's been your favorite episode to record and why? And then say kind of similar, what episode was the most fun to record? And this is actually going to be our last question of this episode. So we got
Yeah.
a really good amount of questions, which Mon and I were like, we're gonna get like 5 questions and we'll turn it into an episode. We actually got like 16 questions, which we're so appreciative of.
So
So we're gonna
crazy.
take a break here after Mon answers. So I'm
Yes.
buying her some time,
Yes, thank
and
you.
then we'll do a part 2. So Mon,
Yes.
take it away.
Ah! I think one of my favorite episodes to record, yeah, the ones with, like, our guests and whatever, those are always, like, so unpredictable because you don't know, like, how
Yes,
our
yeah.
guests are gonna answer. Um, the "Am I the asshole" ones are always, like, really fun to, like, research for and, like, tell
Yes. We're
during
due
them.
one, dude. It's been a while.
It's
So
been a while, but you
yeah.
know what we also haven't done in a while? Dear Abby. I think
Yes.
that was, like, really fun. You suggested this idea because it's kinda like doing Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
But Dear Abby as, like, looking at people and wanting advice, and kind of in the same format, we'd love to, like, get questions, and, I mean, if you're comfortable with us, sharing your question and us
Yeah.
giving our
Yeah, and it could
opinions.
be anonymous, like, you could, you know,
Yeah.
we wouldn't share, like, who sent it to us or anything like that, so,
Yeah, we would
yeah,
definitely, listen to our average opinions on these
yeah,
things, but I thought that was like a really fun episode to record.
yeah. You
So,
know why they're fun is because it's not our drama, and it's, like, so
we
much
love our
drama.
chismes around
Yes,
here.
yeah, we do love our chismis around here, but, like, it's not ours, and we get to, like, judge people that we don't know that I mean, hey, they put it out on the internet, so what are we gonna do,
Yeah,
right?
it's kind of
Too
free
bad
game.
they can't uninvent the internet at that point. But yeah, those are all like super. I agree. Those are actually like really, really fun episodes to
Yeah.
record.
We'd love to hear what you guys think was one of your favorite episodes of ours. I mean, we've done
Yeah.
27 episodes at this
Hmm.
point, and we've done so many different things. We don't really have like a niche or a category of what we do
Hmm.
here. We just like chatting and hanging out and maybe a little chismes here and there, but we
Yes.
just like giving opinions and having some laughs and just like hanging out with
Yes.
each other and with you
With you
guys. So,
guys. Yep.
um,
Definitely.
if you would let us know, like, what has been your favorite episode so far, or what more episodes do you want to see from
Yeah.
us? We'd love to hear it.
Suggestions. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
But you can definitely bet on more Am I the Asshole ones, maybe a Dear OA instead of a Dear
Yes. Yeah.
Abby.
Yeah. That'd be super fun. Yeah. So I think we're gonna, wrap it up here for part 1 of our
Mhm.
1 year Q&A. But before we go, what we wanted to also do is we wanted to show you our the little sweatshirts that Juan and I are wearing. So these are I call them like our founder sweatshirts. So
I
these are
love
my
that.
Yes, these are me and Mon's, and I actually had it made for her birthday last year. So it says, Mon, you hold yours up. So it says OA, the Offhand Average Podcast, and it has a little rainbow that says in the best way. So
Woo!
the prize for the winner, someone that asked a question and subscribes to us and follows us on IG.
You have to do all those things. You
Yes,
can't
you got
just
to
do
do all those
one.
things. Yes. So in the next episode, I think we're actually going to announce the winner. I think that's what we said we were going to do. And we will give the winner, one of the lucky winners, a sweatshirt like this. And also Mon is whipping up a fancy castle crafted candle.
So in most of my episodes, the episodes that we have, like I usually have a candle in the background burning. One for ambiance, and two because it smells good. But if you can see that candle in the back, it's actually going to be that size. So I have one here. It's not lit. It doesn't have anything in it, but it's gonna be this size
Look
candle.
at my face.
This is huge. Oh, I hit myself in the face. This is a huge candle. This is about 12 ounces.
Wow.
For a candle, and there's nothing
Can
in
I
it
enter?
right now. But it's going to be a limited edition candle specifically for the OA podcast. And we actually decided on a scent. I haven't made them yet, but I'm going to make them closer to when we're going to give them away or give a candle away.
Yes.
Our scent is going to be, I'm just going to call it anything fancy, but since to celebrate our first anniversary, I like the idea of like cheersing, like cheers for like a successful 1 year. And it's going to smell like champagne and raspberries.
Ooh.
So something a little bit fruity, a little bit effervescent, and it's going to smell so good. And you get to have a candle before I start selling candles on Castle Crafting.
Yeah. Lucky you.
So, also, I was thinking of making a few extras. And then, of course, we're going to give one away to whoever entered the giveaway. But I'm going to make a few extras that if you want to purchase a candle with that scent, and again, it's going to be very limited because I only have so many of these giant candles. Yeah, you're going to be able to purchase after we give away.
Ooh.
So,
exciting things. Else?
Yes, it kind of matches our sweater too. Okay. I don't know if our sweater is going to be this color, but I just thought it was fun that
it matched. Yeah.
That it matched. Yeah. So very exciting.
So you guys, that's it for our episode. Thank you so much for those that took the time to write in a question, and for those of you that are here listening to us at this time.
Don't forget to follow, rate, and subscribe to our podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Threads. Always feel free to chat with us there if you want. Ask us any questions. We'd love to answer them, or maybe have our little Q&A thing here. But we always love chatting and hanging out with you guys. So send us some DMs or stuff like that.
Yeah, let's chat. let's get to some tea.
Ooh. Anyway, until next time,
stay OA. In the
best way.
Ooh, Mon,
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Bye, guys.
Bye.